channel. I'm Candy, and you just saw how kind of dorky I can be. So today we're working on what I'm calling my Polly Pocket pop culture series. So this is where I'm going to be taking one doll each month and customizing it into a really popular icon. So today's popular choice pop culture person today is going to be Drew Barrymore's Ever After, Cinderella. So this is the doll base I'm using. I've already done quite a bit of prep work that I'm going to go through and explain, just so the video won't be like super long. But I wanted to show some examples. Um, I got this Polly Pocket and made it into a version of me. So I like this one and customize it because it's articulate. It moves and spins around, and the knees bend. This one does, but the second one broke, so it doesn't bend, but it does move up and down. So I end up dyeing this doll with Rite Aid synthetic brown to get the right skin color. I didn't have to leave it in there very long. I do like this method. It's way easier to me than painting the doll. You don't get brush strokes. This is a good alternative for if you don't have like an airbrush. And like I said before, if you don't want brush streaks in your doll. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that for every doll, but I'm going to try to because I really liked how it looks. I did make a shirt pattern, which was not easy. It's not perfect, but I like to wear graphic tees. And so this one on the front has, sorry, one more time. I myself am strange and unusual from Beetlejuice. I actually have 3 shirts with this saying because I love the expression, love the movie, love Tim Burton. I also did a black and white striped skirt, and in the inside, what I did is I made like a skirt pattern, but I wrapped it around an existing Polly Pocket skirt, just made it longer because I don't wear short skirts. And then I did her hair. One of the things that was cool about dyeing the body is it also dyed the hair too a little bit darker because my hair is dark. And then I made and put on extra like this curly hair because I have really thick curly hair and I usually wear it in a messy bun on top. And then these shoes I actually got from this Dollar Tree doll. The shoes in here fit the Polly Pockets, but the clothes don't. But they do have other fun accessories that could be fun to customize if you were trying to make your own. So this is the Dollar Tree doll, and it's about the same size as Polly Pocket, but the head is much bigger, and the proportions are different. Like I said, the clothes don't fit that well, but the shoes do, so that's really cool. And so I just took the shoes from this package and painted these black and added it on, and so now I have a little version of me that I think is cute. And I just wanted to show you, kind of the idea of what I'm going to be doing with this series. So I'm going to be customizing this one. Like I said, this is going to be Danielle, Drew Barrymore's version of Cinderella. So now that I've explained all that, the first thing I'm going to do, because I want the base of the dress to be this color, so I'm going to go ahead and try to mix a color as close to this base of the dress as possible. So I'm going to be using Folk Art, which is a caramel color, and mixing a little bit of white. So I'm going to go ahead, do that right now to mix it. And I'm going to put the white here. I don't know how much I'm going to need. So this is the only part is like, sometimes you want to mix like enough, but sometimes you can like mix too much. So hello, I'm back. So I just wanted to show what I've done so far. So as you can see, I did a second coat on her upper torso, like the bottom part, and her arms. And I made her little stand, which I'll explain in a minute. But I did want to show you the inspiration. This is Drew Barrymore from the movie Ever After, and you can see her beautiful wings, and you can see all the texture and layers, and her, well, you can't really see, but I know because I've watched the movie like a million times, but she has braids that are like twirled within her hair. And so this is, basically the inspiration I'm going off. Okay. So for her stand, because I want to be honest, I was really struggling. I thought I was going to be able to just glue her shoes to the bottom of a wooden circle I had, but it was too light. So I end up having like a rock or like a stone, which I have like a container of stones that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I just have them in this container. And I glued it. I just happened to find the perfect um, stone to put to weigh down, but then it was still falling over. So then I added this is a flat toothpick, and I cut it down and just glued it onto the rock and behind her so that she would be able to stand. So now she can stand without falling because she kept falling. I didn't feel like, you know, videotaping something where it's falling over and falling over, but I did struggle. So I just wanted to share that. But I like how her top is looking because it looks like she's got like her top on. And I don't know if I explained in the last one that to make these little rings that are like, look like Right now they look like inflatable floaties for swimming. And I used, um, let me see if I can pull it out here. Oh, yeah, Magic Model. So I used Magic Model. Yeah, that's what this is. Magic Model clay. I used white, but I used it because it's super, super light. So I had to make extremely thin, like almost worm, like little worms. And I did 4 of them and I put them around her arms to give that illusion, because I'm going to be doing her sleeves in the lace, that when it goes over, it's going to look like, hopefully like she's got like those balls, like the billowy, I don't know, rings. I don't know what the right word is, around her arms. Hopefully that made sense. If it didn't, I'm sorry. I did end up finding the piece that I made for her bust area. So this is going to go around here, right under her bust, because this is an empire dress. The dress goes all the way down, all the way around here. So like I said, you're not going to see any of this, you know, interesting makeshift doll stand I had, but I want her to be self-standing. So now that I have like 2 coats, I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge, which I have here. This is a matte Mod Podge, sorry. And this protects your work and seals it. They do have gloss Mod Podge. They have all kinds of Mod Podge, but I typically go with matte, um, just to protect my work. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay. So when I said before I had mixed colors to try to make a champagne color, kind of a beige taupe, this first one was a little too dark. So I wanted to paint it a little bit lighter. And this material I did it on, I don't know what kind of material this is, but it's been really helpful in terms of painting and making like clothes and stuff for dolls. So what I'm going to do is put this skirt, the darker one, and use it as a template. I'm going to use a pin from sewing so that it stays in place. I'm just going to pin it in. You can certainly do this, without it, but I really need it to stay in place. So I make sure that I'm cutting this right. Um, I can have like a straight line and still not cut a straight line sometimes. I don't know how I can do it sometimes. So I need the I need the assistance. So, okay, so we got this. This is my template that I made from earlier. So that's the lighter one that I want. Put that aside. And I will put this extra material aside. And this is the lace that I bought, and I got this at Michael's. Very, very nice lace. And before, I had two and it wasn't, I had two like rows of this and it wasn't enough, so I had to make a third one. And I used Fabric-Tac glue to glue these three pieces together because I wanted it to be long ways, not sideways. I thought this way would be prettier than this way. So now I'm going to make a second. Actually, that's my base, and this is the lace that's going to go over this skirt part. So I'm going to go ahead and decide where I want this. Oh, make sure I don't lose this. Such a little piece. That's her top part. So I'm just looking at the. Oop, she fell over. She fell over. It's okay. She's right there. So I want to place this. I want to be pretty intentional about where I'm cutting, you know? Okay. So I'm just going to place this here. Feels about right. And then I will take my pen, the sewing pen, and pin that in. And kind of flatten it out. Again, I just need it for the assistance for cutting. And I'm going to cut out the overskirt, I believe. Again, I'm not a seamstress or a professional in any means. I'm just, learning and growing and just trying to do my best to make, I think, a inspired version of the Ever After doll. So I'm gonna take the pin out, and now I have, the two pieces. So I have the skirt, the base of the skirt, the overskirt, the top, that's her bust area. And these are the two parts that are going to be her sleeves that I will glue over that I haven't quite figured out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Oh, actually, I got that wrong. It's this one. This was the one before. It's a little too dark. This is the lighter one. So let me put this away so I don't get this mixed up. And these little beads, embellishments, probably really hard to see because they're so tiny. Might be an embellishment I use on the bust area. I also have these tiny little jewels of embellishment for her hair when I get to that part. So I think she's good. I'm waiting for the Mod Podge to dry. It seems like it's still drying. Okay. I'm glad I was able to figure out the whole stand. I'm sure having an actual stand is probably better, but because I'm actually going to be making oop, she fell. I'm going to be making an archway around her. Because Danielle in the movie, she spends a lot of time in the forest. So I'm planning on making a very cool greenery archway over her to really elevate all the parts of Danielle. She, she's someone who loves the forest, the woods. She's very caring, but she's also very tough. She's very loving. And, I wanted to put that all within this Polly Pocket figurine because it's going to become a figurine. So that needs some more dry time. So I'm going to take this and slide this over. And there's her wings. And if we put Polly Pocket here, let's see how her wings are gonna be, which are really nice. Like if you look at Drew Barrymore's wings, they're so massive. Like they go all the way down to, it seems like almost her knee area. So it looks like I may have done a pretty decent job. That's what it's looking like. So attaching them, that's going to be the thing, but maybe this holder will be very helpful in actually getting them to stay. So as of right now, she fell over again. We're going to go ahead and put the wings aside. Let me see if I can put them together. Of course, okay, no worries. Oh, there we go. I got them together. So I'm going to put those aside for now. And then I'm going to test out the base of the dress to see that it goes around her completely. And it does. As you can see here, see how it lines up and looks very nice. So glad that worked out. Does seem like I need to trim. So even, oh, see, that's why you have to double check. This is an empire dress. I instantly wanted to go down to the hip area because it seems more natural, but this is an empire dress. Like from the reference here, it goes under her bust area and it goes down. It's not at the waist. It's under the bust. So it's good to make sure you double check those things because I would have like glued it in the wrong place. So then all that work I did to make a pattern would have been for nothing. And I would have been like, oh no. So that's what it looks like. Because like in the Drew Barrymore, it's not a voluminous dress like you would see in the Disney movie or other versions, but it's very quite beautiful. So what I'm going to do first is glue under to hold it in place. So I'm going to use some fabric tack glue. Not fabric tack, this is tacky glue. I have fabric tack glue here, which is for fabric, but I'm not sure if which would be better right now. I think I'm going to go with the tacky glue. They've actually made a new, this is new to me. They have like a new fine tip tacky glue, which narrows it down to the very end, which is be very helpful. Then this is the first time I'm using it, and it's not going. What happened? It is not going. Oh no, look. So I thought the glue was going to come out and it's not coming out. Oh, looks like I might need to cut it. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and cut it here. See if that helps. Test it out over here. I'm hearing something. I'm hearing some air. Nope. Okay. Let's do some more cutting. Just a little bit. The whole point I bought this is because I, have a refined tip. Nope. This doesn't work out sometimes. Ooh. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with this one. Let me try using my sewing needle. Maybe that's what it needs. Well, I might have gotten it. Maybe. Well, let's see. Let's see if it'll work, guys. Oh, okay. So the sewing pin helped to use like the tip of this sewing needle to push down in it. I don't know if that's what was supposed to happen or if it was supposed to come out like nice. There we go. Yeah, a little dab of glue there. That's nice. Okay. Apparently I got some glue on a dress. Of course I did. Of course. Anyway, so I want to put that right there. Whoops. In the middle. And it's going to take a little bit of time for it to take hold. And it looks like I won't have to. Looks like my, oops, I'm not, you can see that I'm struggling a little bit here. So let me go ahead and do like that. All right. So what I'm going to do for now is let that set. I'm going to come back and continue to glue this around her bust area, and then I'll be back to start to put together the rest of the dress, okay? I'll be back.